TGR.
Hey everybody, welcome to our reaction to the Nintendo Direct for Pokemon Switch.
That was intense.
February 27th, 2019.
Yeah.
I'm Sean. This is Rudy.
Yo.
That's Onyx. You can use timestamps in the description and comments below to jump straight to our reaction. But
Correct.
first,
Correct.
before we watch this 7-ish minute Direct, we are going to have a very small pre-show.
Yes.
Hopes and dreams discussion, and then we'll watch the Direct, and then we'll talk about it. It's worth noting, if you have not seen the Direct yet, I'm about to spoil the title of the game.
Correct.
That's the only thing we know
Correct.
going into this Direct, because it did get spoiled for us, but we know nothing else.
Nope.
So if you want to just skip to our reaction, go to that now. Otherwise, the name of the new Pokemon games is
Sword and Shield.
Sword and Shield.
I was thinking about this today at work. I think this is the first time, Pokemon. It was colors originally. Then they kind of went into gemstones, and then they went with Sun and Moon, which it made sense because it's
Right.
kind of like it's planets, whatever.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
And then they kind of. I always thought, are they gonna stick to colors and gemstones and whatnot? Sun and Moon again deviated from that.
Right.
Sword and Shield, totally different from anything before it, and I really hope that the Pokemon Company, looking at what Nintendo's done with their games on the Switch, I hope that name is signifying of, or it has more significance than just Sword and Shield because of the setting or something. I want them to really break apart Pokemon and really go into really wild directions that we did not expect.
Sword and Shield makes it sound like Honedge is going to be the mascot.
I thought that. I'm like, wait a second, he's literally a sword and a shield.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I feel like, throughout the generations, that's kind of been like a natural progression of Pokemon is that it's gone from these cute animals to like actual more of like objects,
Right.
so to speak.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, objects were always there. I do want to clarify.
Well, yeah.
We'll get a lot of people saying like, "Oh, you Gen 1." Yes, Magnemite was a magnet. Voltorb was a Pokeball. So just want to clarify, just in case the internet. I don't want you to kill us. We love you,
Yeah.
most of you.
Or make you faint.
No, but I mean that's kind of been like a natural progression, I feel
Right.
like. And like through each generation, it's been more and more items.
Yeah, you definitely do see a lot of the, I guess, home just regular inanimate objects.
Yeah.
that are animate in this case.
Yeah.
But
I'm
I don't
cool with
know.
it.
Yeah,
with it.
I just I want
I can't wait to see legendaries.
Yeah. Seriously, what are
Let's
they
see-
gonna
let's
be?
see what are they gonna do.
Sun and Moon made sense because you had oh god, I forgot their names. I'm so bad. Or the legendaries in Sun and Moon. Soliol,
Solgaleo.
Solgaleo, yeah.
Solgaleo.
Oh.
And
Lunara? Lunala?
Lunario.
We are obviously like awful. We don't know Pokemon clearly.
No,
We are
It's
Gen
been a
1ers.
while.
We are
No,
Gen
I
1ers.
beat Moon.
Yeah, I got far in it.
I beat Moon,
beat
and
it.
okay.
I got close to beating Sun.
So spoilers for Sun and Moon, I guess. So at the conclusion of Sun and Moon, I haven't played the Ultras, but at the conclusion of Sun and Moon, there's a character that departs the islands to go to Kanto.
Right.
Okay. And the whole big cool thing about or one of the cool things about the game was you've moved to the islands from Kanto at the
Kanto.
beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And, oh, look, there's these Alolan versions of Kanto. And so I'm like, okay, that's kind of interesting how they're sticking with Gen 1, but in a new way. And then at the end, it's like, off she goes to Gen 1. And I feel like there was going to be some story there.
Yeah.
And so, obviously, we got Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, which are Gen 1 remakes. And I'm just sitting here thinking, before we've seen this, and I've been saying this since I beat Sun and Moon, that I feel like the next game that they make is going to be a sequel. It'll be essentially be Blue and Red 2.
Right, Red
and Blue 2.
Yeah.
But it's called Sword and Shield.
Mm-hmm.
It's very possible. I'm curious to see if this will take place in Kanto again. Now I know people are like, "No, that's terrible." But what if it takes place in Kanto? It's just a different,
It has to be
completely
reimagined.
different
It
map.
has to be reimagined.
Totally reimagined, and it's a sequel. Like it's far, even past what was in Silver, because you go back to Kanto and Silver.
Yeah.
Like literally, take us into the future.
But it has to be
Yeah.
reimagined. It has to be like a Breath of the Wild thing where Hyrule is reimagined because I don't want to do Kanto. We just did Kanto and Let's Go Pikachu.
If
and
it's
Eevee.
the same map, then it's
I mean,
it's
but
already
it's
screwed.
not. It's
Yeah,
not.
I doubt.
It's not that.
If they
It's
did
not
that, that would be
This is a new
depressing.
gen. They've never done a new gen based on an old region. I don't think it's going to be Kanto fairly, like honestly. But I don't know. I want them to look at what made Pokemon great back in the day, again, like Zelda, like the Nintendo developers did for Zelda, and just blow that up. Like I told you guys earlier in a different video about Let's Go and Eevee and Pikachu, I want them to go back to the Gotta Catch 'Em All. Those systems that they put in place for Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, they worked. You know,
They did.
so can they do something like that at a bigger scale? I sure hope so.
I don't know. You got to hit that hardcore crowd, man. And
For
that's
sure,
the thing.
for
Like
sure.
there were people that were like, "Oh, this is Pokemon Go, and I don't want to touch
Yeah.
this." And
Which
like
I
I
get.
get
Yeah.
that 110%.
But streamlining an experience for
A
the
grindy
benefit,
experience.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because
Exactly.
at one point it's just like, these are the 6 Pokemon that I want, and I'm going to stick with them.
Yeah.
And I don't have to worry about catching anything.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
want to go ahead and move forward.
Right,
Yeah.
but if you make the catching super easy, again, like it was in Let's Go and Let's Go, the games where it's like it's quick. You go in there, you aim your ball and you throw it. That's
Yeah,
it.
aim
You don't
the
have
ball
to
and you
fight it. You
throw
gotta
it.
You
put
can
them
do
to sleep.
chains to get more experience, so
Yeah.
it makes grinding become more beneficial if you
And-
do it a certain
Right,
way.
right,
So
right,
you
yeah.
go level up faster.
And you can get your
and
shinies that
Exactly.
way.
shinies if that's a thing you want to do.
Another thing, like, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I didn't actually play Let's Go. The legendaries, do you fight them?
I didn't get that far.
I think you do. I think you fight them though. I think the legendaries you do
You-
have
you
to
might.
fight them.
I don't know.
You fight trainers. You
Yeah.
might have to fight.
So I would
something
My
imagine
son
the-
didn't let me get that far.
So I don't know, but anyway, that's my personal hope and dream. I want to see something like
I think
change
Let's-
of the formula.
I don't see Let's Go being part of the formula. I don't see the catching mechanic from Let's Go being in this at all.
well, it doesn't have to have the motion, but at the very least, like I don't want random
Something
encounters.
streamlined.
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't
okay.
want
No,
I don't want
agree
random
with you.
encounters.
They should all be on the field.
Yeah.
and
Yes.
you go and
I
walk
love
up to
that.
them, and then you battle with moves traditionally, but
Yes.
keep them on the field. Yes, I
Yes.
agree with that
Yes.
for sure.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I don't know.
Are we ready?
Let's go.
Is Cortana going to show up in this game? I am your shield. I am your sword. Halo 3 trailer. Yeah. No. Okay.
I mean, Microsoft and
We'll get to that.
That's a whole different video. Let's
All right.
go.
So I'm gonna get it started. It's gonna take a few minutes, and here we go.
Welcome to the Pokemon Direct.
Here we
I'm
go.
Ishihara.
Oh boy.
Oh, Ishihara. Arigato.
Today, I would like to share some very special information with all of you. Pokemon trainers all around the globe have already enjoyed
Oh my
many
God.
adventures in various regions of the Pokemon world.
All the nostalgia.
of course.
Along the way, trainers have encountered many different Pokemon, battled against countless other Pokemon trainers, and experienced stories all their own.
Man, X and Y. That was something else.
And this year, a new Pokemon journey will begin for all of you.
Let's go.
Is this open world Pokemon?
We've prepared a special video to welcome you to the setting of your next adventure. Please take a look.
Oh boy. Okay, this is it. Not final. Wow.
Ooh, hey.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's 3D.
Those are graphics.
Graphics.
Look at your character. Wow.
Whoa.
Oh, UK! Totally, the rumors were true. That was like Big Ben. Oh, stealth? Kind of?
No.
Yo, this game looks pretty, boys.
I'm kind of.
This game looks pretty.
I wonder if it is going to be open world, kind of.
Well, it's definitely bigger. Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow. Whoa.
Oh, cool. I like the art style.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What the hell? Are you gonna play baseball? Let's go. Soccer Pokemon? This is definitely the
That
UK
was,
though. This
that
is
was a
Europe
league
for
battle.
sure. And all regions have been based
This
on
says
real
not
world.
actual game footage.
Yeah, this is CGI. Oh, new Pokemon. Let's go. Bugs Bunny? Who are you? Buster Bunny?
It does look like it. That's funny.
Oh, that's a fire
Oh, that's
Pokemon.
the starter.
That's the starter, yeah. Oh, look at a little salamander looking guy. Oh, he's so cute.
Oh,
cool.
I kind of like
Oh,
that.
he's so
Yeah.
cute. He's like a little chameleon kind of dude. Let's see the grass.
Is it a monkey?
I hope not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it could be a... Oh, yeah, it totally is a monkey, isn't it? Oh, it's so freaking cute, dude! Oh, man.
Yeah. Wait until it grows into a gorilla.
Yeah, I know. Whoa, look at that logo.
Dude.
Sword and... Damn,
Wow,
the
and they've
shield
got
logo looks...
wolves.
Yeah.
I dig.
So it's true. So there you go, sword and shield.
So if it's UK, that's like very the arms that they have. for
Yeah.
Yeah.
Families and stuff.
Today, we are pleased to announce all new entries in the main series of Pokemon RPGs for Nintendo Switch, Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield.
Wow.
And for an introduction to the adventure that awaits you in these games, I'd like to ask this next guest to tell you more.
Look at that transition.
I'm Junichi Masuda from Game Freak, and I have been working as the producer for these titles. Right now, we at Game Freak are hard at work on the development of
I'd imagine
Pokemon
you have
Sword
like
and Pokemon
6-7 months before the fall.
For the veteran Pokemon trainers who have experienced so many adventures with us up until now.
Yeah.
For the new trainers who held a Pokeball for the first time in the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu game, or the Pokemon Let's Go Eevee game. And for all those out there looking to become Pokemon trainers for the first time. These games will be new entries in the Pokemon series. Role-playing games that will get any player fired up and excited. Since these are new entries, naturally, you'll find that they take place in a new region, with never-before-seen Pokemon living
Yeah.
there,
Okay.
and new adventures
Yeah.
you've yet to experience.
But are there gyms?
So let's turn to the director of these
Probably.
games, our own Mr. Omori, to hear more.
I think that's it, man. I don't think we're going to see any more
I'm
footage.
Shigeru Omori from Game Freak. I'm working as the director for Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield.
Okay.
Look at that background, though.
The
Steampunk.
setting of these games is known as the Galar region.
Ooh.
Nice.
You're going to start
Galar
down
is
there.
an expansive region with many environments,
No, you're gonna start in the middle.
containing idyllic countryside and contemporary cities, vast plains, and craggy snow-covered mountains.
Wow,
That's
cool.
interesting.
It's legit.
Look at that.
It looks almost linear to an
Yeah.
extent.
Yeah,
People
yeah,
and
yeah.
Pokemon live here, and they've worked together to develop the industries in the
I
region.
that looks so interesting to me.
Here in this region, you'll visit gyms with the newly discovered Pokemon
There's
you
your
choose
answer.
to be
There's
your
gyms.
first partner, aiming for the enviable and admirable title of
Oh, yeah.
champion.
Yeah, you're going to be the Pokemon champion.
So let's get to know the Pokemon that could be your next partner.
Look at that
That
monkey.
Sugimori art is so
I
good.
think I'm
The
gonna do.
chimp Pokemon, Grookey. This mischievous
Grookey.
Pokemon is full of boundless curiosity. The rabbit Pokemon, Scorbunny, which is
Score-
always
I
running
always
about,
go with
bursting
fire,
with
man.
energy.
It's because of that
And
Latin
the
heat,
water
man.
lizard
Come on.
Pokemon Sobble. It's a bit
Sobble.
attacks as it hides itself in the water.
I'm all about
You'll
Sobble.
choose
I like
one of
Scorbunny.
these distinct Pokemon to
I guess
be
I'm
your
stuck with
trusty
Grookey.
partner and set out across the Galar region on a new adventure. Along the way, there will be many more never-before-seen Pokemon waiting to meet you and be discovered. As we work on the development of these games, our goal has been to create the greatest Pokemon experience yet. We're challenging ourselves to try new things,
It's our pretty big
Oh, that's
goal.
still
awesome.
treasuring what makes Pokemon special.
It's literally what I was
So we
saying.
hope you'll all be looking forward to the adventures awaiting you in the Galar region.
So, what did you think? Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield will
Yeah.
be released
Wow.
There it goes,
simultaneously
I was ready
worldwide
for a pushback on the
late
date.
2019.
Nah, they can't.
Well, they can.
I mean, they can't.
And that's not all you'll have to look forward to in 2019. We've got plenty in the works for the Pokemon brand that we hope will delight you.
Okay.
Such as this.
No.
Thank you all for tuning in.
This ain't Nintendo. This is the Pokemon company.
Yeah.
That's fair. And this is something that I was thinking about because, again, this is the Pokemon company. Nintendo owns a big share of them or a big, portion of them. But they've always been like this. Their reveals for the first,
You're right.
They have been so teaser-ish.
Yep.
And we got some decent footage. Cool, whatever.
Yeah.
I do want to see more just of the systems we were talking about
Yeah.
earlier. What we saw the world, we saw the region, we saw the starters,
starters.
which is great, and obviously the new art style, the new graphics, whatever. That's awesome. I love it. I just wish they would have talked about gameplay, but maybe they'll save it for E3.
It appeared like there are no random encounters because you see, unless they did some trickery with how they cut but you see her sneaking through the bushes, and then it cut to a silhouette of Pikachu before you actually see Pikachu. So the way that was set up makes me think that it's going to be random.
Ambiguous. Yeah,
it is very ambiguous in my opinion.
But it probably is going to be random, and makes me sad because again,
Let's Go did it so well,
and I think it was the detractors. I think it was that minority that I don't know if it was a minority, it could have been a majority that was complaining about that.
It was the vocal. Well, I mean, it was the core fans that were like,
I hate this. I don't want to see random encounters are not intuitive anymore. Like they're just not fun. I'm sorry. Like they work sometimes, and games like Octopath can kind of sort of get away with it, but after a while, it's like no, I don't know. It is what it is. But either way, I'm excited. I do want to see more.
You're okay with it?
Yeah.
It's kind of like meh.
But see, I grew up with it, so I'm used to it, and I it's fine. I don't like it in all my games. For Pokemon, for some reason, I guess I'm still. It adds a what am I gonna see next?
That's the one thing. That's the one thing. But it's like I don't know. There's pros and cons. Seeing the Pokemon and the feel is like, oh look, that's it. I gotta go fight it.
This is what I need to get.
Yeah.
Like a game like Final Fantasy, I don't want to do that anymore. But a game like this, while I love to do not having that in Let's Go, I'm not put off by it being here.
It's also a different gameplay mechanics altogether.
You're right.
So I could with Let's Go, it's just like yes, you want to go ahead and catch as much as possible, but if you find that one Pokemon that you're looking for, you can go straight for it.
Yeah.
So the emphasis on catching was there.
Yeah.
With the traditional RPG, like the core ones, it was more of like
they went
whatever
away from
happens. There's rarity. There's all these different things that happen with different Pokemon. So I don't know.
And they went away from it because I mean, come on, those were the slogans for the first 2 or 3 gens. Gotta catch them all.
Gotta catch them all.
They got away with it. That's okay. I get it. I don't know. It looks promising, but I do, like I said, I really, really want them to. They said they're challenging themselves. I want them to challenge themselves.
Yeah.
I want them to really take a risk. The Pokemon Company has been they've played it safe for way too long.
You don't say.
And Sun and Moon, again, good games. They were fun.
They took some risks. They did they changed things up.
Some stuff.
Barely. Okay, you don't go to gyms, but you still fight gym leaders.
It was different. It was different enough to keep.
They changed the paint. They changed the paint. That's all they did. They made it look different, but it's essentially they called it a different thing, but it's still the same thing. It's just that you had trials before you went to fight the boss, which it's essentially the gym leading up to it.
It felt the way it was designed. It still felt different than the traditional.
It was different enough.
Show up in town, go to the gym,
grind a little bit before going to the gym leader.
It definitely felt different enough, but it was still at the end of the day
totem Pokemon.
But at the same time, at least for me, it felt different because it wasn't you walking into a building and being going around and hitting all
solving
the trainers
puzzles.
And
I think they could still do that. Hopefully for this one, they actually think about the gyms and say, all right, let's actually put some puzzle elements in here. Let's make the gyms an elaborate maze, if you will, where it's the caves suck. I never liked caves in Pokemon. I hated caves.
You don't like caves?
No.
Bro, they got all the
Zubats
and Zubats
and Zubat.
Geodude.
But anyway.
And your namesake, Onyx.
Onyx.
I know.
Come on.
My namesake. Anyway.
He doesn't like himself is what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
Hey, my name in Smash is Rock.
You need some more self-esteem.
Like myself, plenty.
Yeah.
Anyway. That's all. That's enough for my negative Nancy self. I'm looking forward to it. I just want him to really.
I'm really in the same boat as you.
Dude.
I want to take a risk.
Not blown away, but hopeful. For
it looks good.
It looks
visually.
Really good.
Granted, it was a CGI trailer or whatever, but
that one part, because the gameplay stuff looked really good.
It said I believe that first part was not final footage,
so
and then the second part was not actual footage.
Yeah, when we see the starters, those reveals, that was definitely CGI.
Yeah.
But hey,
I'll take it and I'll run with it.
Look at Breath of the Wild, the Pokemon Company. Look what they did. That game was, but many consider it one of the best games ever. Do the same for Pokemon. They said they want to. Come on.
We'll see.
All right. Let us know what you thought about the Pokemon Direct in the comments below.
Yeah. Do you think it's awesome? Do you think it sucks?
Who's your starter going to be?
Score Bunny, baby.
Grookey's got the best name, but it's all about
Grookey's
Sobble.
Kind of good. Sobble? What?
Sobble's the one that you're like, and then he evolves and you're like, oh.
I can already see the anime. Scobble.
It's gonna be like some sort of nudish, watery thing. I don't know.
I like the design.
I think he's gonna be a dragon. I'm calling it. Dragon type. Water dragon type.
If he's a chameleon, though, I'm gonna have to go with him because I love chameleons. Can't wait to see his final evolution. Anyway,
Anyways.
All right.
later, guys.
Yeah. Deuces.
Catch 'em all, Pikachu.
This is like a wave.
Like what you saw? Check out some of our other videos and be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with our latest content. Thanks for your support and thanks for watching.